if my son starts playing with dolls, I'm not telling you, you better stop that.
Why?
That's what I want to ask you now. Where or how, in your view, do you think now we should work together? Because I don't want you telling me how to raise my son. This is my child and this is my house. These are my rules.
Is there an understanding? Is there a way that gay people identify each other?
Nah, we always say that we have a gaydar, so it's like an angel that it's just telling you that this person. But I always say your gaydar can be wrong, right?
Okay.
Remember, we have straight men that are just feminine, right? But they are straight men.
Okay,
They're just feminine.
Yeah.
So you cannot just classify a feminine guy and say, I know that one is gay.
Gay and lesbian are something we've known from the beginning of time, right? Then they introduced us to sapiosexuals, to
But
bisexuals,
remember,
to all this other stuff that we didn't need to know.
Would you then say to some degree that sexuality is influenced by what you're surrounded by the things you pick up, by the doll you pick up? Maybe if you pick up a doll less, if you see less of that, you probably won't know of that option. Even if it's not fully conscious. Maybe there's something that if he wasn't playing with dolls so much.
Tell
us.
Okay, no, I think you want to cause trouble.
No, man. We are here to understand. When we leave this place, we want to know better because of you.
So that's why you must teach them at the young age. So I think that's why now they want to teach them at a young age to know the difference, to also avoid men that kill other people for being themselves.
Look, right now I think I know the answer, but just
Tell us the answer you think.
to not be naive. What is the purpose of the movement?
It's to teach. It's to educate.
Is that your answer, Herald? That's
It's
the
to
one
educate.
You know.
No.
What was your answer? Yeah, he has another answer, this one.
Started off with just another ordinary life, and you came along, you came into my life, turned into an extraordinary life, delight side of life.
Welcome to D-Light Side of Life. I go by the name of D-Light. I'm your host for today, and we are discussing some very, very, very important issues today. Discussing the LGBTQI plus community, what you know about them, what you don't, what you understand, what you might not understand.
Ish. Now those people I really can't understand them. With you, like, I go judge ne, Mara. I go like I keep wondering, Mara, what's going on in your mind? Like you wanna change your sexuality, Mara. What feel you're not EU? They give you're not EU. Ay, no. Like, Bashimani. When you come Bashimano mo, what? Hula lang. Like Bashimani, like, no, I wanna ngomong alipila. Like I'm the only beautiful one. Kanta ba idura next marai homosexuality baraga. Ish. Agaba judge about what thing and I'm homophobic in it. Mara, I just want to show you who I'm for. Ngachi la lele na internet. Just don't hina me. San him the man.
I think it is good that people are finally expressing who they are and what they feel, because okay, I can't say very long ago, but then in the 90s and the early 2000s, people were hiding themselves because of religious people saying that homosexual people go to hell and stuff. So I think that us, the Gen Zs, finally embracing the queers and the non-binaries, it is a great thing for them, because most of them in the 90s and in the early 2000s, most of them are very depressed, and this thing can cause trauma, because being told all your life being gay is a sin can cause emotional damage.
Yeah, let's get into it. Without further ado, I'd like to welcome my guests, starting off with Happy Mahlaba. Happy is an artist. Happy is also an MC, a producer, and a spokesperson for the LGBTQI plus community. Hi, Happy, how you doing?
Hi, good in yourself.
I'm good. Did I get it right? Is it called LGBTQ?
I think you did.
LGBTQI plus.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Welcome. Next to him is Herald. Harold, how are you doing?
Doing yourself, man.
Harold is a visual communicator.
For sure.
He's also he's a producer, and yeah, many other things, right? Also a podcaster yourself.
yeah,
Welcome to the show, man.
Thank you, man. Glad
As
to
well
be
as
here.
a Christian married man.
I may not need to put that in, but yes, sir.
Yeah. Congratulations on your marriage.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys, man. As I said, we're discussing the LGBTQI plus community, and I'm gonna start off with Harold, with Happy. Sorry, I'm gonna start off with Happy. Could you please tell me, like, when did you know that you are gay? If there's even such a thing to have.
When
known.
did you?
Yeah.
When did I know?
When did you realize that? Hey, I think I'm gay, or yeah.
There was never a
Yeah.
moment of realization. I think so. Remember when people used to say
Yeah.
they're coming out, right? It's just coming out to your own people or your surrounding or your own family or your friends, right? So with me, it's totally different.
Okay.
I've never had that moment of I need to sit my parents or my friends down to actually explain my sexuality to them, right? So I've never had that moment. So to me, I was just born and I've been happy ever since until now.
Sorry, I'm just jump in there. For the sake of discussion, I want to know how do we address, like, how do I address myself to you?
Okay.
He, they, she. How do you?
So almost I don't have a preference.
Okay.
So I get people saying sometimes a person can say he, a she, I don't mind.
I'm not
I'm not
yeah.
specific when coming to that. I'm not specific. I know, but some people they're very specific, especially in our LGBTIQ plus community. You must be very specific. So thank you for that question. Because so when you come when you meet a person that is in the community, I think it's a good thing to actually ask or
find out.
how would you like me to pronounce or what are your pronouns, right?
Okay.
So that is actually good.
So may I ask, basically, you said when we meet someone from the community, so how do I then know who is from the community? Because I would assume as a straight man, there's a perception of what a gay person looks like.
Oh, yeah.
But then I've also seen that a lot of people look very straight. So I didn't base it on looks. But that's also what a lot of us assume it is. So maybe you can walk us through that. Like, how is there an understanding? Is there a way that gay people identify each other? Stuff like that. Yeah.
Nah, we always say that we have a gaydar, so it's like an
gaydar.
angel that it's just telling you that this person. But I always say your gaydar can be wrong, right?
Okay.
Remember, we have straight men that are just feminine, right? But they are straight men.
Okay,
They're just
yeah.
feminine.
Just-
So you cannot just classify a feminine guy and say, I know that one is gay. No, you cannot do that, right?
Yeah.
So there's no such a thing when you can tell. Until a person comes to you and tells you, okay, basically, yes, I am masculine, I have all these muscles, but I'm into guys. Or a girl telling you, yes, I look cute in my dress, I look cute in my makeup, but I'm actually into girls, I'm not into guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I fully understand. So when it comes to you, Harold, and what Happy has explained to us so far, and the LGBT, for instance, that's an
LGBTIQ+.
that's an example of me as a host who also has a lack of understanding, even with what the letters are. Where do you maybe not understand some of what the community is, what they stand for, what it consists of, and such, or are you fully understanding?
Well, basically, I can't say I fully understand. I'm not within the community.
Yeah.
I understand it from the outside looking in. I'm not inside, So personally, I have nothing against anyone choosing to identify outside your typical male or female, right?
Okay.
I just have a problem with the movement and how it's being passed down on all of us. So if someone, for example, I have nothing with the way the person chooses to identify themselves.
Yeah.
Personally, it doesn't affect me at all. That's how you choose to live your life. But then imposing it on the rest of us and wanting to make it a norm, that's the only place I have an issue with it. So
in which ways would you say that they are imposing their ways?
That's actually my question.
Okay.
Also. Yeah.
Would you like to elaborate on that?
No, I just want him to elaborate on how is it imposed.
Yeah.
Like, I just want a better understanding.
Yeah, okay, cool.
If I can,
Yeah, for sure. For instance, already let's start off education. It's now been part of SA as well, trying to enroll it as part of our educational scheme where you don't want to address someone as a male or female. You want to address them either by their name or by something that's not male or female. So we're basically killing the whole male or female identification. It doesn't
Yeah.
exist anymore, basically.
Oh,
So
okay,
I have a
yeah.
problem with that now. For example, like you just said, I just got married, right? And I just have my child. I just born now. My child is a boy. Gets to school, and then he's like, "Oh no, I'm a man." And then she's like, "No, you're not a man. You Tabo."
Oh, yeah.
And then
Oh,
my child comes home and is like, "Who is Tabo?" Now I gotta deal with now identity crisis, because now my child knows that I'm a boy, but at school I'm identified as Tabo.
yeah.
You know?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, you are cisgender.
Now I have to deal with something else that
Yeah.
I don't deal with in my own personal house. Now the outside issues are now becoming my issues, and my child's probably 6, 7 years old, and now he's having identity crisis when he shouldn't have to have that issue.
So with what you mentioned, isn't that maybe just awareness that's happening at school? Let's make you aware of a community. Not that we want you to become one of the members of the community.
But you see, that's where my thing is. Like I said, I have nothing against people choosing to identify otherwise. Just do not put it now in our parliament laws. Don't now make it a thing of, no, it has to be part of the school system.
Yeah.
If your child says, no, I feel like I'm born in a different body, I have nothing against that. That's you. You know, live your life, enjoy your life.
But now,
yeah.
okay, wait. I think something is not it's not adding up on
Let's
my
make
side,
sure.
right? So you're saying that the system is trying to impose, right?
Yeah.
The LGBTIQ plus education
Yeah.
towards everyone, like including actually heterosexuals, right?
Yes, yes.
So now you made an example of your child saying, "I'm a man," but now you know that your child was not born as like your child is Tabo, but now Tabo's saying something else different from what you know from your child, right? So don't you think that if the system introduces, like, let's say for life orientation, remember life orientation only taught us about a man and a woman,
Yeah,
right? It taught us about these two. So now I think life orientation, they were just trying to actually change and say, oh no, a man can be sexually attracted to another man, and a woman can be also attracted to another woman. So if that thing is actually included in the schooling curriculum, I think it's gonna be better, more especially to parents, right? Because I think you as a parent, if you read it and then you have like the full understanding of it, if your child comes, I think it will also change your manner of approach towards a child. Because remember, you have like the most impact. If I come to you and I come out and say, Dad, I just want you to know something. I think I am trapped in this body. I feel like a woman, right? It's me coming out to you as my dad. So if you still have that mindset of a man must be a man, a man cannot be, cannot even feel like a woman. A man must be attracted to another woman, right? If you still have that mentality, what you gonna what you gonna say to me, it will have an impact for the rest of my life. That's why we have men that come out at the age of 60, at the age of 45, while they have, like, some of them, they are from marriages, right? It's because of what? The impact that happened back in the days from what? From their own parents, because they lacked, like, just small
I
information.
see what that's why the curriculum is maybe important. Do you have something to say?
Yeah, I was going to say, with that, okay, so in a way, I kind of agree with what you're saying and disagree.
Yeah.
In the aspect that I disagree in terms of school, I feel like what you just said, that all totally goes against the school system. School systems into educators and builders for the career ahead of it. That has nothing to do with my gender or my identity, right? When we're doing, for example, life science, for instance, we're learning the genitals of a human being, right?
Yes.
The sexes and all that stuff. And it, for me personally, I feel like it should end there, right? So this is how the male reproductive organ works, this is how the female reproductive organ works, and that's it, right? When it comes to LO...
Not how to use it, just how it works.
Yeah, but you see, no, using it now is dependent. If, for example, if I'm gay, I'm not going to use it the way it's being described to me.
Yes, yes.
Because now in school, typically it will be the man sleeps with a woman.
Yes,
But if I'm gay, I'm not going to sleep with a woman.
Yeah,
so the sexual participation is going to be different.
It gets
so that's why
confusing,
I'm like, in school, you should just teach that the male organs are used in this respect, female organs are used in this respect.
So that is balanced.
And it ends there.
Yeah.
Don't now tell me, no, but now as a man, you can also do this. I feel like that's now, as education system, you're crossing the line. If we are outside of the school system, different story. Say we are amongst friends, for example, right? 3 of us here, right? And then as we're speaking, you start identifying yourself with her. Like, I feel like I'm also going to do the same thing. I feel like maybe I'm also stuck in my body. See, that's a whole different system. Because now the school's not involved in it. That's your own personal realization. That's your own personal...
You're okay with that?
Know, to a point where yourself are coming to the conclusion that I'm in the wrong body. don't now make the schools telling the kids or the churches or whatever else.
Can I
telling
back that
someone
up with
else.
something though? I fully understand. I think the other thing is now you're dealing with a community who have been, they have been held down. So what I'm trying to say is there might be a lot of the fact that yes, they shouldn't maybe force us to understand them, but they're
one
dealing
is
with the fact
forcing
that every
anyone.
movie, for instance, or every lifestyle activity or advert maybe has to do with being straight. So they're just trying to combat that maybe to some degree. Wouldn't you understand that even though you're saying we shouldn't be teaching homosexuality at school, to some degree, straight lifestyle is taught actually to some degree 'cause at the same school. And so how can you balance that out?
I don't think it's being taught. It's like something, it's like an innate. You are born knowing I shouldn't kill my mother. Regardless of how your mother treats you. There's something you just know. You are born knowing I shouldn't disrespect my father. So I'm not teaching you how to be straight.
Yeah.
You're already born straight. But you can realize that I don't feel like I belong in this body. I shouldn't be straight.
So happy to hear
Can
that.
I
But,
disagree?
But so when you're born gay, it's probably different, I'm guessing.
No. Can I disagree?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I just want to take it somewhere else, right?
Sure.
I just want to take it to. I didn't want to go. I didn't want to touch on the Bible because it has a lot of politics inside it,
I was
right?
going to- yeah.
But I just want to highlight the first part of the Bible.
Yeah.
Right. Remember when Adam and Eve were in the garden, right? I like the part that I love. It's remember when God left them at that garden. He said, "You can have everything. You can eat. You can indulge in everything except this tree. Do not touch that tree." Right. So whatever happened. When God came back, He looked for Adam.
Yeah.
Right. Looking for Adam, it was not like, remember, God already can oversee everything that is happening. He knew before he even came to the garden that they actually indulged in that tree, right?
Yeah.
Then he came and then said, Adam, where are you? Adam said, I am here, but I cannot come out because I am naked, right? So basically, what I'm trying to say is, if Adam didn't eat that tree, he wouldn't know that he is naked, right?
Yes.
True.
So each and everyone will say we are born straight. No one is born straight, right?
Yeah.
No one is born straight. No one is born however.
Okay.
So remember, there's a difference between sex and gender, right?
Yeah.
So gender, it's actually what you were assigned with from birth.
Your genitals. Yeah.
Exactly. Sex is in here. Sex is how somebody feels, right? So that's when it comes to, okay, yes, I can see I'm a man, right? But the way I feel, the emotions in me are totally different.
It could be a woman. You
Exactly.
could feel.
It even not being a woman.
It could
remember,
be pan, it
It's just
can be-
being different.
Yeah.
Like I can remember, is it physical sciences when they taught us about that plus sign and a minus if they do what they repel something.
The chromosomes, yeah?
Exactly.
Herald, I see your mind is working. I want to hear your mind now.
When God put Adam and Eve in the garden and told them do not eat from that tree,
Yes.
that to me tells me that in God's plan, it was just male and female. It's until Adam ate and goes like, you know what, okay, fine, now the rest is up to you guys. Because I told you guys not to.
Not to.
But you chose to. So whatever comes out from there is no longer
your
in my
problem.
plan.
Yeah.
So that tells me that according to God's plan, it's male and female. And that's it. So the rest of the genders came after Adam chose and Eve. Not even Adam. Eve chose.
So you referring to again, I don't think Happy is disputing that. He's saying we are all
I'm
assigned
not-
a certain
I'm
way.
not
So he's not
disputing.
disputing what is on your body. He's just maybe disputing the feelings.
No, but-
Say?
I'm just saying.
Yeah. I see what
According to structure, according to God's plan, it's male and female.
Yes.
So back to what you were saying, I cannot teach you to be a male, I cannot teach you a female, because you're already born in that.
So Happy is saying that despite him being assigned, I'm trying, you correct me, beside him having the body part that says, hey bro, think like this, Happy went and thought somewhere else. Despite not what that body part would usually say.
Yeah, but again, with coming back to what Happy brought up.
Because of his
prior
mind,
to them eating that, there was no gender part, there was no penis or
They didn't
vagina.
even
There wasn't
know.
none of that.
They didn't even
You
know.
see? It's until after that they became self-aware that, oh, I actually have a penis, I actually have that. So prior to that, there wasn't any of that.
Yeah.
You know? That's what I'm trying to say.
So
Prior to that, there wasn't any of that.
Happy shouldn't have brought up the Bible.
Nah, I just wanted to highlight that one. It's a very interesting.
Yeah, no, true.
I've noticed a lot of people from the LGBTQI community would say that it's because I was born this way, you know? I can't change how I was born. I think that's maybe where, you know, like a lot of the confusion might also come from, despite what you are saying. Happy?
I think maybe when they say I was born this way, you guys are just looking at the physical of a person. It's not the case. Remember, this thing actually it's about how a person feels, right? Growing up, you will have two children playing, right?
Yeah.
They can play. And one thing about a mother or a father, what they do, let's say now I'm gonna take it to the heterosexuals, right? So when they buy toys, they'll buy a car for me. Because why? Happy's a boy.
Yeah.
And then they wanna buy a Barbie doll for who? For Palisa. Because Palisa is a girl, right? Which makes sense in our world.
Yes.
Now we are playing, right? And I can see, hi man. This Lamborghini truck that you bought for me, it's not for me.
It's boring.
Give me this Barbie doll. Then there's me playing with the Barbie doll. I do hairstyles each and every day. I bath it. I even sew small dresses for that Barbie doll to make it look cute. That's me, you know, the boy that you bought a truck for. And then Palisa now enjoys playing more with a what? With a truck.
Yeah.
So understand that me and Palisa now we are different. We are enjoying two different things that when you thought that, oh, basically it's like this. Palisa must get a doll, Happy must get a car.
Yeah.
Which is not always the case.
Yes.
It's how we feel. It's how we pursue things.
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
But then, okay, if I may ask, isn't there a dangerous way of living life or helping someone grow based off feelings? Because we all know feelings comes and feeling goes. So let's say now you feel like, no, I feel like I want to play with, in my instance, I want to play with Barbie dolls, right? And then let's say my parents act on it and be like, oh no, Harold feels like he's a woman, right? I get into high school and then realize that, actually, no, I was wrong. At that point in time, I just felt that way. But now I feel like I want a woman. How do you define that? What happens then?
It actually happens. It's not something that will actually shook the whole world. No. I can remember that's why when you're growing up from a toddler to becoming it, that's why we even reach an adolescent stage, right? So that's why we have like where a person like finds themselves. Sorry. Okay. Now it's like an introspection. It's you between you. You're having a conversation with you.
So it's fair to say that we shouldn't involve other outside mediums. For example, the whole movement. We should now make it like a normal thing. Let that be something, personally, they come to the conclusion, not, they saw this, they heard that.
Remember, the reason why it has to be out there is because it's something that it's actually existing. It's there. We cannot ignore it like the way it was ignored back in 1969.
But that time it was regarded as a mental disorder. At that time.
Yeah. Yes. Until that's why we had the whole right where people had to march and do whatever until to a certain point where they were like, okay, now we are ready to listen to you, educate us.
Okay. So I think Harold's also concerned about the age at which now we are informing these people. It's now the influence might occur. Like you mentioned about the Barbie dolls for the boy playing with the. It's at what appropriate time, because like you said, feelings can come and go. So what if now this child is so used to playing with a Barbie doll because he hasn't played with an action figure, and then he says, okay, this is what it is because this is the world that I know.
But remember, Barry, teach them at the young age.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So if it's like when you have a child in your house. And then you tell them, in my house, this is how you're going to behave. This is how you're going to do this, right? If you're speaking to your mother or you're speaking to me as your father, you will never raise your voice at me, right?
Yeah.
So it's like you are having, the to-do list that you put on your fridge, right?
Yeah.
The to-do list. Yeah. We know, on Monday we do this, Tuesday we do this. So it's like you having your own rules in your own house. I get it. So that's why you must teach them at the young age. So I think that's why now they want to teach them at a young age to know the difference, to also avoid men that kill other people for being themselves. Even though now we know some men, they just kill. They no longer care about, are you a man, are you a woman, are you gay, are you trans, they just kill.
Just ask
no problem. Go.
Just so, look, I right now I think I know the answer, but just
Tell us the answer you think.
to not be naive. What is the purpose of the movement?
It's to teach. It's to educate.
Is that your answer, Harold? That's
It's
the
to
one you know.
educate.
What
No.
was your answer? Yeah, he has another answer. This
My
one.
purpose of the movement
Yeah.
is to transform the people.
So do you understand why he
Transform
feels
which
that way?
people?
Look, okay, so obviously I'm not trying to compare SA with the States, because the States
yeah.
obviously they're far ahead with the whole movement thing. It's because now they get to the point where the moment a child, by mistake, right, a boy picks up a Barbie doll and plays with it, they're gonna tell you, oh no, you gotta put the kids on testosterone meds and start playing
it's
around
like-
with all that stuff and transform the
Yeah.
XY chromosomes and all that
Yeah.
stuff, right? So my problem is that I feel like that's the whole agenda of the LGBTQ.
To
For me.
convert.
Yeah, like I'm saying, a transform. Like I'm saying, that's why I say I don't want to come off as naive, right? But for me, I feel like that's the whole point. Because I mean, you can tell people about it without making it like without making it a movement. You know, not compared to the Black Lives movement thing, right? The LGBTQ grew so fast that any other movement at that point in time was subdued. You never heard about anything
So would you
else.
say that there's currently there's nothing that they're fighting for except for just to make us more aware? They're not like you said with the Black Lives Movement,
Yeah.
there's something that they're trying to fix, right? Because now you're killing us and so on.
Yeah.
So you don't necessarily see that happening with the... Because I would assume that maybe it involves a bit of that, you know?
Gay and lesbian are something we've known from the beginning of time,
Yeah.
right? They now introduced us to sapiosexuals, to
Yeah.
But
bisexual,
remember,
to all this other stuff that we didn't need to know.
But no. So let's start from this. Again, remember we're saying it's LGBTQA plus, right? So that plus sign.
That's
it's
what the problem
saying
is.
There's other sexualities that are out there. So same as me, I always learn every day. I remember there was a point where we had like a dialogue. I asked someone their sexuality. It's a woman. And she said, I'm scoliosexual. I was so shocked. I had to even go and Google what kind of sexuality is there. So we learn every day.
But that isn't also a problem now, because now you're confusing us with so many identifications to a point where we don't even know anymore. We have to now Google now.
We are also confused at some point, but we Google and we learn.
So may I ask you, have you ever been confused by by like a partner? You like, then tomorrow your partner are we taking to them straight instead?
Nah.
And how does that affect you? Because you can imagine how we feel where we even further removed than you are from that confusion, you know?
Dating a partner.
Or whoever, like where you like, no, but this is who my friend is. Every day this is my friend, and tomorrow my friend is someone else.
I think it will be there. It depends on
A
your
partner.
question.
I want to know the partner one because that's personal.
The
Because that
partner.
would mean the reason why, for instance, I'm sure you're familiar with married couples where now the husband at some point has realized, or he maybe always knew, but
He
now,
always knew.
Yeah, he wanted to. So okay, is that where the issue comes in? That
He
your partner
always
would have
knew.
always known.
He always knew.
So is it a lie to say that, you know what, I realized today I'm something else?
It's not a lie. It's when you find comfort. Remember, at some point you must be comfortable before you do something. That's why we have a lot of gay young ones, right? Or lesbians or whatever under our umbrella, right?
Yeah.
So they are still at home, but their parents are strict, right?
Yeah.
For instance, now I'm gonna bring in the race. Let's say I'm Nigerian, right? Remember in Nigeria, they're very strict when coming to homosexuals,
Yeah.
right? So if I'm a Nigerian and I know that I cannot come out, so I'm gonna act the way my parents want me to act.
Yes.
And then in me, every day when I'm in my room, I'm like, I just want to see myself done with my education and go graduate. The moment I have financial stability, I just
I'll be
run
myself
out.
now.
Right? I'm gonna be myself. Because why? I'm not dependent on anyone. Now I'm independent. Then I'm gonna tell them and then say, I've been like this. You guys chose to be ignorant. So I decided, let me go live my life.
So is the march something like that where people are finally free?
Exactly.
We all go and march about this.
Yeah.
So Herald, yeah.
Before I respond as a traditional man,
Yeah.
Say again. Say.
before I respond as a traditional man, because I'm African, right? With what she said, I
I'm also
identify in
African,
it. Right?
yeah.
But I'm typical, but yeah.
No, he means it's like traditional, like the original African is more closer to that. I'm less African than him.
So my question,
Why would
I
I
would,
what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm not less African.
In how?
I'm not.
Let me
less
ask maybe my question will help. Okay, so
let's go.
my question I would be with what you just said now. How would you suggest that the LGBTQIA plus
Yeah.
and the parents raise their kids. Me as a traditional man, if my son starts playing with dolls, I'm not telling you, you better stop that.
Why?
That's what I want to ask you now. Where or how, in your view, do you think now we should work together? Because I don't want you telling me how to raise my son. This is my child and this is my house. These are my rules. I'll raise him the way I want to raise him, right? Now, if you guys also feel as though, no, you are depriving your child of knowledge of knowing about multiple other genders, right? How would you say we should work?
So let's say you have your child is playing with dolls, right? Okay. You as a parent, I would suggest on my side.
Sure.
Okay, Baba, so I bought you a car, then you chose to play with a doll. Why? The child always has an answer.
Yeah.
Maybe you will say, I actually enjoy playing with this. Remember, me playing with a doll doesn't actually classify me as a gay person.
Yeah.
I can just play with it just because I'm enjoying playing with that certain toy, right? So to the point where you see, okay, my child, but now you as a parent, you have to monitor and see what, okay, my child, when he's around boys, he behaves like this. When he's around girls, he behaves like this, right? Remember, I always tell people that our parents knew us before we even come out, unless if our parents decided to be ignorant. If because remember, my mother is the first person, or my parents are the first people to actually see me doing that first baby step. So why would you say tomorrow when I'm 15 years old and then
You're shocked.
you're shocked that
Yeah.
no,
So-
you cannot be gay? No, you knew, Mama, you knew.
But there's two things now. You've said before that we're not born anything, right? And then, but you also speak about how people have always known what they are. So I want to know, at what age does someone start being gay? Is it at adolescence?
No.
Is it when the sexual hormones kick in? Because I would assume that maybe, because I can relate in regards to not being born a certain. I don't think I was born straight. You know, even when I see kids playing and stuff, they don't entertain those ideas of matching a boy with a girl. They don't even know what that is. But at a certain age, it kicked in. And when it kicked in, my sexual hormones, I went to women, you know, and that's when I believe I identified as a straight man. So can you please explain to me exactly how would you go about?
So in the adolescent stage, right? I think adolescent stage is that stage where it's puberty, it's everything. Then that's where your feelings kicks in more, right?
More.
Yes.
Okay.
But however, now it's different with our kids. You will have a child that is in grade 5.
Yeah.
Coming back and say, mom, I have a crush on this other girl. That time it's Balisa telling you as the mother, you have a crush on the girl.
Yeah.
Okay, Balisa. Then you'll just think, okay, it's a joke.
She's 5.
She's 5. She's just playing around. She just sees things. Or maybe she saw it on TV.
Yeah.
Right? Cool. That's what we say. But I think on the adolescent stage, that's where a person can make the decisions. I get.
Okay.
But we cannot say there's actually an age where somebody can come out, or an age where somebody can say, okay, now I'm actually gay. No. There's no age.
I have a question. What D-Light just said, because it's both of you, what you just said now about saying you only identified as a male as you grew older, right? I think that's what you said.
As a straight man.
As a straight
when I was
man.
in adolescence because of my
Adolescent
hormones.
stage.
Okay, cool. Now, with what you just said now, to both of you guys, are you trying to tell me that gender and sex is optional?
No, I'm not trying to say
Sex
that.
it is. Gender is not.
So tell me you
This
keep...
conversation
Sex
is
it
between...
is. Gender is not.
Listen, I'm here to learn. I'm not trying to say...
No,
we
that's
can't
I'm also
change
asking.
gender.
No, so let me put it this... Okay.
But we can change gender.
So
But you see, okay, but
let me... Can I rephrase that question? Nah?
Okay.
For Happy, nah? The same question. I like the question. Thank you for co-hosting.
I'm also trying to learn as well.
So
right
Happy,
now.
would you then say to some degree that sexuality is influenced by what you're surrounded by the things you pick up, by the doll you pick up? Maybe if you pick up a doll less, if you see less of that, you probably won't know of that option. Would you say that? Because again, I'm not born a certain way. Like you were saying, there's a way we learn to become. Would you say we learn to become that way? Even if it's not fully conscious. Maybe there's something that if he wasn't playing with dolls so much. Tell us.
Okay, no, I think you want to cause trouble.
No, man. We are here to understand. Happy,
wanna cause trouble.
when we leave this place, we want to know better because of you.
You want to cause troubles. You know why?
Yeah,
Because
sure.
from your question, right?
Yeah.
There's this guy who once said to me, Happy, if you can have you can give birth to a child, and then you stay with the child in one room. That child doesn't go out, doesn't do anything. It's just the both of you in that house, and you are both naked. The child won't see anything wrong. Anything like they won't notice the difference from the world to the room that they're in. Because why? They're exposed to one thing.
Yeah, that's the norm.
Right? That's the norm to them until they go out and be exposed to the world.
Okay, yeah.
Right? Sharp. Cool. I just want to be strategic when I'm answering
Yeah, I
this
see.
one.
He's answering. It's like Happy doesn't want to help something. It's like,
I have
if something
to be strategic.
Because now
just
they
go.
come back. I'm waiting for Happy to finish.
No, but Happy highlighted something that goes that side where he doesn't want to go.
No.
Because Ogare something is
Hence
making
I'm saying I
sense
have
on
to
the
be
other
strategic
side.
with this one.
Yeah.
Right? So, yes, you are born as a man. You are born as a woman.
Without any sexual
Without any sexual
preference. Yeah,
right?
okay, sharp.
If you haven't been exposed to an external force, that's how I'm going to use it now, to an external force, right? I don't think you will be attracted to anything because it's only you're in that room, right? You have never been exposed to the world. The moment you are exposed to the world, that means now you have options. Options meaning you as a person. Remember, as people, we have feelings, right? You see two different people and you'll be like, that one is so cute, hey? Like, but no, I actually don't like heavy girls. I just want them slender and, that it's you doing your options there, right? So I think,
But it starts with what you are first familiar with. Like you said, I don't like slender girls. Maybe because I was so used to seeing thick girls.
But not saying
it might
that-
take a while for me to start liking.
But
the
not
slender
saying
girl.
that if I'm exposed more into dolls and whatever, I'm gonna
you're
become a
So you're saying to some degree, we can admit that there's a bit of influence to
0.1.
Okay. I think Happy's trying to meet you halfway.
You are giving birth to a human being, which will be different from you. They'll have their own feelings. Yes, they can have your genes and whatever. They can look like you, but
free
they are
will.
also human.
Yeah.
They have to act a certain way. They have to behave a certain way.
Personality of their
Personality
own.
has to be different,
Cool, yeah.
right? So your way of liking, if you like chocolate, if you like white chocolate, they'll prefer dark chocolate. That's how it has to be,
Okay.
So when coming to children, you cannot say that you are in control. You are not in control. You have like that certain percentage of how you can control it. A crackhead, you can try. You can take them to rehab and whatever. You can fight, you can beat them. But as long as they haven't said, I'm tired of...
No,
being a
I guess
crackhead.
he's referring
I
to
wanna
before they become a crackhead.
No, but okay,
saying
what
yeah?
she said, I agree with what you're saying.
Thank you.
But from the moment my child is born until legally on paper the child is 18, I am responsible for this child.
You are. Yes.
Right?
100%.
So if by the time the 13, 14-year-old, this child starts bringing out things that I don't agree with, I have to put an end to it.
Yes.
If my child leaves my house and flips his life, then I'm not responsible for that. He's no longer my child. He's no longer my son, neither is he my daughter. You're out of my house. You're now a man, you are now a woman. With the Bible, once a man marries, starts his own family.
Yeah.
Once the wife gets married, she leaves her family, starts her own family. So I'm no longer responsible for that. But as long as you are in my house,
You'll follow my
you're following my rules.
But I cannot follow your... You see, where it's taking us back to where I said, I'll obey to his rules because he's providing me with everything that I want. Up until I reach my financial stability, then I'm going to leave his house.
But wouldn't you say that the whole world is that way, where we all have to somehow compromise with
We
each
have
other?
to.
And,
we have
and
to.
meet each other halfway. And
Some people have to. Some people have to, like, went through that. Some of us didn't.
Okay, I understand.
Yeah.
So, Happy, are you Christian?
Just like, duh.
Do you...
From the Bible quotes that I gave you today.
I don't know. You probably read a lot.
No,
I have to
no.
confirm. I assume that I can't.
I
just,
go
you know.
to church every Sunday,
do you-
except
do you-
today, because I had to come to you.
Thank you very much. Sorry, God. Harold, do you believe that Happy can be Christian and gay at the same time? I want the thought on your
No,
mind.
I'm going to answer truthfully.
Yeah,
I've always
no.
been truthful. I'm just trying to not answer it in an offensive way to anyone. Right?
Yes, yes.
Because, I mean, if it comes to the Bible and being gay, there's a lot of scriptures we can pull out that's against it.
Yeah.
Right? But at the same time, as a Christian, I do believe that Jesus Christ is merciful. And I do believe that everyone has a second chance. Right?
Yeah.
But then I also do believe the only way to enter heaven is through Jesus Christ. And when it comes to him being gay, it's not in his plans for humanity.
Oh, okay.
Otherwise, Sodom and Gomorrah would never have been destroyed. Otherwise, the book of Lamentation, they would never have told us to kill gay people. The Bible does say it.
Okay. So
the,
how
Bible,
did you...
the Bible does say, when a man sleeps with another man, you can kill that man and the blood of that man won't be on your hands.
But
the
what
Bible
about
does
like
say
take me, come as I am,
but again,
churched,
but
I'm
you
here
see
to-
again, like I'm saying,
Yeah.
again, the Bible does say that, but again, the very same Bible does say, do not murder.
So the Bible
The
is
very same Bible
contradicting.
again does say, love your neighbor
It
like you
has
love
been
yourself.
contradicting itself.
You know, but that's what I'm saying. Right? It all comes down to your personal relationship with Jesus Christ. Personally, I don't believe you can be gay and be a Christian.
Yeah.
Personally,
Yeah.
I don't believe that you can. Because the Bible says a lot of verses that contradicts being
Okay,
gay.
I understand now. Can someone be gay and be your friend?
Yes, I have gay friends.
Or can you go to a gay pride march?
No, I will not support it. That's me supporting it. I'm not going to support it. I don't have a problem with you being gay, but I'm not going to support your decision to be gay.
Happy, how do you feel about them? Straight people feeling that if I go to this pride march, it's like I'm supporting something and I keep supporting. No? Is there some wrong view of that, or is that correct? Or do you understand that people just don't feel comfortable being behind something that they say they don't support?
If I might just add on, right, as a straight man, right, I don't have a problem with gay people.
Yeah.
I just have a problem with supporting it.
Okay. Of supporting it.
Yeah.
So would you say that the gay pride is about supporting homosexuality, or is it about liberation? Is it about, people who are oppressed, maybe feeling a way, finding a way to maybe fight for their rights? What is it? Because like what he's mentioning, it feels like a lot of support, a lot of, we're trying to sell a lifestyle or an idea.
No one is selling an idea.
Yeah.
It's a liberation, and people that are there to support the movement.
Okay.
Right? It's like you mentioned Black Lives Matter. People who were there, they were just there to support the movement.
Yeah.
So to me, it doesn't make sense when you would say, I don't have a problem. I have you as a gay friend, but I don't actually support the movement.
You say that would make sense.
It doesn't make sense.
Because how is my friend not
Because
supporting?
how are you my friend?
Yeah.
Remember, the moment you become my friend,
Yeah.
I consider you as an ally. That's where the A comes, right?
Yeah.
Allies are people who are, those are straight people. They're supportive to the community.
So your friendships have to be based also on the acceptance of your sexuality.
Why are you becoming my friend?
I mean, I can have a friend who's married and I don't believe in marriage.
True.
Okay.
Or a friend who's Christian and I'm Muslim.
We just have
Like,
a lot of things in common.
Yeah, and some things we just don't have in common. He drinks, I don't.
Yeah,
Isn't
but
that
then
an
we're friends.
option for you?
Yeah.
No.
Like, yeah?
Some things can be optional. Some cannot.
Like not sexuality.
I mean, how are you? That's why how are we saying, okay, I have a friend. Okay, my friend drinks, I don't drink. That one is fine.
Yeah.
But we can still go out. I know my friend will drink and I'm going to have my Coca-Cola, right? The whole night. I can. It's fine. Now, you are saying that, okay, you are Muslim, I'm Christian.
Yeah.
We are both friends.
Sure.
If I am not supportive towards you and you're not supportive towards me, where's our friendship going? What are we trying to build? Are we building something, or are we just crayoning some kids' books?
But can't you go to the gay pride without me? I'll meet you afterwards.
No, I can go there. It's fine. Remember, I'm
As
not
your
saying
friend, as your
I'm
friend,
not
yeah.
saying wherever I am, you must be there.
Yeah.
Right? But if I'm saying, okay, no, I must not even say it. You must know.
Yeah.
You are my friend. You said I'm an ally. The moment you become my friend, that means you support what? Gay people. I am expecting that even if I'm not in the room, you are in a room full of your friends, your heterosexual friends. The moment somebody says something that is distasteful, I'm expecting you to stand up and say, not even fight, but educate. Because why? You're my friend. Basically, they're expecting that you have the entire information, so you can educate.
But you see, okay, that I agree with. Right? Like I said, I've had good friends, and one thing about me, I will not tolerate disrespect, regardless of whatever.
Whatever sexuality.
You know,
Yeah.
you can be gay and everything. If someone comes with something disrespectful, I'm not going to say, hey man, you don't need to say that, right? It's just disrespectful. You don't need to bring it up.
Yeah.
This person is this person, and
Yeah.
we accept them for who they are, right?
Yeah.
But if my friend says, "Yo, dude, let's go hold the flag," I'm like, yeah, that's where I'm not drawing my line.
So may I ask about another line, for instance? How do you feel if a gay person were to ask you out?
I've been asked out twice.
How did you feel about that?
I told him politely, like, yeah, no,
Oh,
I'm not.
okay.
I'm straight. Look,
Yeah.
Short story. I know we're closing up. We're at the gym, right? This remember 5 a.m. guy. I'm at the gym at 5 a.m. I pump up, used to pump alone. This guy also used to work out. One day he just hit me. I come to me, he's like, hey, dude, let's start working out together. I'm like, yeah, sure, no problem. We can help each other out, support each other to lift heavier weights and other stuff. 2 months later, we're talking, right? He sends me a message, do I go to church?
Speak slowly. You can.
Okay.
Don't worry. Don't think about that.
Don't think about
So,
it.
Yeah.
2 months
Yeah,
later, he's
probably,
like, can I come to your church? I'm like, sure, not a problem. Come 3 counts to my church.
Yeah.
We're building a relationship, right?
Sure.
Like guys do when they're after a woman. You put in sauce, you tantalizing the person, getting him ready for the big bomb, right? Sure. And then Valentine's Day, he sends me a message like, I bought you flowers at the reception. Go and get them.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
At this point in time in my mind, everything is still,
You're like, oh,
we're still normal, we're still friends.
Yeah.
Until I get there, I see the flowers and I see the note. And the note is an affectionate note. I don't want to read out what it says, but it's an affectionate
Yeah.
note. Right?
Love you vibes.
Yeah, because I feel like if I read it and he sees that, it's not be like I'm putting him out on blast. I don't want to do that.
Oh, yeah. No.
So I'm not. So it was an affectionate note. I sent him a message. I'm like, bro, you can come get your flowers. I'm not gonna take them. I have a girlfriend.
Okay.
That's what I did, and I left it at that. Obviously, he was offended. He was
Yeah.
like, yeah, but you should have picked it up. You should have known. I'm like, bro, we're at the gym. All of us gym with tank tops and shorts. I would never have thought you were.
Yeah.
You were that guy.
Yeah.
So is that friend still your friend?
Well, I never ended it. He just stopped talking to me.
Oh, rejected.
I'm guessing he was coming to me for the assumption of wanting a relationship, but he's not getting it. It's like,
it
what,
was
I'm not
not
gonna talk to you anymore.
it was not a friendship thing.
Yeah.
You spoke about gaydar. His friend got it wrong, like you mentioned.
No.
So you said like not all the time. You did say that.
Yes, but now
Do you know about the times when people know that, or to some degree, even if they don't know, but they force an idea of, no, Marogara Chomi Ella, I can show him something.
I think some of them want to switch you, like, I can switch this one.
Have you been familiar with that?
no. Okay, it happens.
Yeah.
I'm not against that one. I'm not even gonna say no. It actually happens, right?
Oh, yeah.
People believe in switching other people, right? I don't understand it till today.
Oh, okay.
I think on our side, on our end, we sometimes get it wrong when a heterosexual man is actually too friendly towards you, right? We have men that are actually too friendly. We have men that are so comfortable around us, right? And it's not a fact that, basically I love gay people. No, they're not even into you. They're just too friendly. They're so comfortable. They don't see you as a threat to
You
them.
mean they treat you like
they
a
treat
normal
you
person?
like a normal. I don't want to use the word normal person because they're all normal.
So is the issue that you guys you're not used to being treated nicely by straight men?
So
Is that something
some
like
people,
that? Yeah.
some gay men, some lesbians, some all people under the umbrella, they get it wrong. So the moment you are too friendly to me, I'm like, Mara, when you want me, right? So now in my mind, I'm creating this image, which is wrong. Yeah. So that's when this person, Armela, the flowers, he got it all wrong.
All right.
So he had that thing, maybe we can build something which was not there. I'm there for the gym. I'm there to build friendships, gym buddies.
Yeah.
But we can all agree on most of the things, is to respect each other's spaces, to understand each other, not to force ideas on each other.
Don't. It's actually wrong. I'm against
switch
that.
people.
I'm against that. Don't switch people.
Nah?
Let people switch themselves. If a straight man approaches you, yes, good, is nice. It's them. I get it. You can see me from your distance. You can tell. I get these days. You even call us Vanyana technology. What about technology? Yeah, you can see technology. Sharp. When you approach me, you know what are you approaching.
Okay. Thank you very much, guys. This was very nice, insightful, informative. Thank you. Wonderful guests I've had today. Happy Mahlangu.
Mahlaba. Oh my God.
Happy.
Am I in the valley now?
Say it again. Let's go. Happy
Mahlaba.
Mahlaba.
Yes.
And then we have Herald Kavuala.
That is correct.
That's
good.
I was so focused on the Kavuala that I skipped the normal one. Yeah. Thanks so much, guys. I really enjoyed this episode, man. Thank you to everyone who tuned in today. Hopefully you'll tune in next time. Thank you for joining us on D Light Side of Life. Awe masakana.
Started off with just another